Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate this petal over here, and that will be this one right here, because that's nice and dark and really fun to do. Okay, so again, I'm going to wet my surface, and it's really not much different than, and it's, you know, I have pink on my brush right now, and that's okay. This way gives you the chance to see what I'm doing, and you can see the brush strokes. Okay, so here it goes right there. I'm going to drop it, gently drop it, and there's this fun little vein movement in this petal that you can actually see, and you're just going to follow those veins. Okay, and drop it in, okay? Do you see how I didn't do it all at once? And that's a cool thing about this, the shape of this petal, is that you can get away without having to wet it all at the same time. Now this water that I just put down, I just gently, you know, nudged it up against the original brush stroke. Here it comes right here, around and down. And do you see how it stopped short there? You want to make sure you get it all the way up to the edge of the petal, of course. Oops, all the way up to the edge of the petal. And on the outer portion, right here, I'm going to gently come in with a little bit more pigment. Just knock that in, and it can disappear. This one does take a little bit more attention versus, you know, the first one, because you want to get this little bit of the movement that it's turning and turning and turning. Oops, that wasn't a very good brush stroke. Let's get that red in there right now. The damp brush, I'm going to, with the damp brush, I'm going to let that spread out a little bit more. It's pretty, you know, straightforward, the whole technique. You know, just try not to overwork. It's always the hard part when you're painting these delicate little petals. Okay. Now, can you see it's starting to dry right there? Let's see. I'm going to take out a damp brush and kind of give it a little bit more moisture onto the paper. Another damp brush again. Okay, bring it on down. Oops. Again, my camera work not so good. I didn't want to take the time to have to set my camera up so I could get this posted for you. Okay. There you go. And more. Drop it in. See how I put a little bit more moisture on that area of the petal. And you can bring this on down. And do you see this lower part? I want to get a little bit more red in there. So I'm coming back, and you can see how thick this is. This is like pretty thick. Yes. And watch, it's still wet enough so I can drop it in. Drop, drop. Okay, so there you have it. This petal, and each and every petal gets handled just about the same. It could be a little more intensity of color, it could be a little less, but remember, let it dry. If you feel like you're not sure if you like what you see, if you want to, if you're worried about overworking, just let it dry. And then you can glaze over it and give it, you know, with a big brush, you can just go ahead and give it, get it, wet it, and then you can add a little bit more pigment if you want to, or you could just kind of give it a nice little coating of water, and that will kind of smooth out some of the brush strokes if you're not happy with them. So, okay, I hope this helps, and let me know how it goes.